Emotional eating is a reality for many of us. It's that sneaky habit of reaching for food when we're feeling stressed, bored, or emotional. And it can be incredibly hard to break. But I want to share with you a game changer that has helped me manage my emotional eating. And let me tell you, that's called meal pre-planning. When it comes to emotional eating, one of the biggest challenges is dealing with stress. You know, those days when everything seems to be going wrong and all you want to do is curl up with a tub of ice cream. Or maybe it's boredom. You're stuck at home with nothing to do, and suddenly that bag of chips calling your name. Or maybe it's emotional triggers. You had a rough day and all you want to do is comfort yourself with food. Whatever the trigger, emotional eating can be a vicious cycle. And it's one that I'm all too familiar with. For me, emotional eating often manifests as eating one too many carb-laden meals at my favorite restaurant. I'll be super busy at work and I have a long drive home and I'll think, what's the best way to relax? Let me stop at one of my favorite restaurants near me. And then of course, there's the guilt and shame that follows. Why did I overindulge and spend all that money and all those calories? But it doesn't have to be this way. By identifying our emotional triggers and developing healthier coping mechanisms, we can start to break free, take the shackles off from the cycle of emotional eating. And that's exactly what I did when I discovered meal pre-planning. I have to admit, I was a bit skeptical at first. I mean, meal pre-planning sounds a lot like work, right? But the thing is, not just about planning out your meals, it's about taking control of your relationship with food. When I started meal pre-planning, I realized that I had the power to choose what I ate rather than letting my emotions dictate my food choices. I started by planning out my meals for the week, making a list of the ingredients I needed, and doing a big grocery shop. Then I spent a few hours on the weekend cooking and portioning out my meals for the week. It was a bit of a learning curve, figuring out what worked and what didn't. But slowly, but surely, I started to notice a difference. I was seeing myself feeling much healthier, more energized, and most importantly, I was no longer reaching out to food for boredom or to alleviate stress. I exercise instead. One of the key techniques I use is buying some of the food already prepared, especially meat, from places like Costco. I usually do it to significantly cut my meal prep time in half. It has saved me so much time, and it also means that I was always prepared with healthy options, and I make sure that I emphasize getting 30 grams of protein per meal, because my goal is to get 120 grams of protein per day. I also started getting creative with my meals, trying out new recipes such as coconut chicken, lamb shank, things I normally wouldn't prepare at home. It was like a whole new world of flavors had opened up for me. But the real turning point came when I realized that meal pre-planning was changing my relationship with food. I was no longer using it as a coping mechanism or a source of comfort. Instead, I was using it as fuel for my body. It was a powerful shift, and one that has had a profound impact on my emotional eating habits. The thing is, meal pre-planning isn't just about the food, it's about the mindset shift that comes with it. When you take control of your eating, you start to realize that you have the power to choose how you feel. You start to notice that you're eating out of boredom or stress or emotional triggers, and you start to make changes. You start to find healthier coping mechanisms, and you start to take care of yourself in a way that is truly nourishing. So what's the takeaway from all of this? Meal pre-planning is a powerful tool for overcoming emotional eating. And it's one that I highly recommend by taking control of your eating. You can start to break free, take the shackles off from the cycle of emotional eating and develop a healthier, more balanced relationship with food. Thanks for watching. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you struggled with emotional eating? What strategies have you used to overcome it? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to check out our other videos for more tips and tricks on healthy eating and self-care. Until next time, I'm Shanika Bridges Matthew, and
Emmanuel Matthew
is in the background. And we are the founders of Shackles Off TV, where we want you to take the shackles off your mind, body, and spirit. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.